Okay, so the left-hand one was, again, a lot of good things with the setup. I like the way your grip's getting now. It's a much more stronger grip there with that left hand, and everything else is good with that, okay? As you swing the top of the backswing, we get the left wrist now pretty flat there. That's nice, okay? As we start, okay, that movement there is the sort of shoulder sort of throwing the arms forward. So what we're looking for, when we get down to about here, is the club shaft kind of coming through more your right thumb, which we look at, how the hell am I never get anywhere near that? And you'll see when we do in the practice swing now, how it just sort of naturally happens if the hips work better, okay? If your hips spin too quickly, you can see your left hand now trying to sort of find a position, has to rise up quite a bit. And when you come into the golf ball here now, it often looks a little bit kind of tucked up with your arms and not much space, because you're kind of here, you're going out here, and then think, oh, I'm going to get back into my body. It's like, whoopsie. And then we're all tucked up here with that kind of cramped feeling through the hitting area, okay? If you look at the right hand one now, and we do these practice swings here, we sort of turn, they get that hip to turn back, so she stays back. Now keep it there as we sort of shift, slide, whatever word you want to use now. Hips go towards, look at the club there now through your right forearm, yeah? And that's all because of your body positioning, yeah? It's not you suddenly trying to drop the arms underneath or do any magical thing with your arms. Your arms will kind of find their place in space based around what your body's doing. Your torso now is facing back towards the camera, yeah? When your hands get down to kind of like shoulder or the same sort of height there, you're probably about hip height there on that there. Look where your hands are there, look where your hands are there, yeah? Your torso and your shoulders are kind of facing over here, yeah? So you've got the club back here, you've got it up here, and then you've gone whoosh, yeah? So the arms are now always working out way out in front of you too far, which is therefore going to contort the club coming across the ball and hitting the ball to the left. You'll see with this shot here now, as you come through, reasonable strike, ball starting left and just going left, okay? Now because the grip and the wrist angle is better. This path though was obviously quite good before, when your shot was going and curving like that. Yeah? Now you're getting that, look at the shape on the last, and now you're getting that draw. Yeah, we don't need to worry about kind of swinging left or aiming the club face left or doing all that kind of jazzy stuff, because you're able to control the club face better. It's now getting the path to go more this way, and you'll see on this one, even though the stick is there, you can see how much more space your arms have. So through impact, it's a lot flatter. The elbow would look a lot more down post impact, okay? And all these things will happen based on that one movement in the hip, yeah? So although we're mentioning these things, what we don't want you to try and do is, okay, I've got to do this with my arm, this, just think about that right hip. So we said close the hip, slide the hip, or close the hip, shift. Whatever you feel terminology, we can do that. So we look at this swing here now, good rotation back, there. Now even though you're not trying to move your hip, look at the stick. Yeah, it's still going to move, isn't it? Yeah, I mean, even there now, as your club comes back here now, without moving, your hips are now squared up, and then just after, they're almost 90 degrees rotated. Because you're flexible and you can swing the golf club, your hips are going to rotate, and almost in some ways rotate too quickly, yeah? And that's the issue we say in terms of the path, yeah? So you do a couple of these practice swings here now, feel like the stick is staying back, okay? Even there, now the hips are sort of squared up before the golf club comes back, and actually trying to keep them back. So imagine if you weren't trying to keep them back, how they're going to spin open, okay? And don't think, oh, I'm not very good at this. You improved that movement, as we'll see now. Your path before was sort of 4 or 5 degrees left. If we watch this shot now, which again is a smaller shot, as we said, up the top of the backswing, good left arm position. Let's look at that stick. Is your hip staying still as you come back? They're already moving, you see? And this then brings the club back down a little bit more. At this position now, we're a bit more kind of there with the shaft, so we're nearer the forearm. We said 10% improvement bit by bit, okay? So as the club then comes back now, you've got a bit more space for your arms. Your arms don't look as tucked, they look a bit more extended. And we can see how the ball now starting off right of target, and you can just release everything through the target as you normally would do.
One thing
so that's the key thing. Yeah, go on.
You said I've got to keep that as long as I can.
Yeah, but see how you're doing that there again? That's not moved. Move that. There you. That's the move. There you go. Yeah, your arms are going to come. The way you got to look at the golf swing is, I would say, once you get to here, and this is why we try and keep it into one thought. Okay, you turn your right hip on the way back, because you are able to make a golf swing without moving your right hip. It'd be a bad golf swing, but you're able to do that. Yeah, you can't make a golf swing without moving your arms, can you? Yeah, the arms they will move automatically. Okay, when you're coming back down, your arms will already fall. Yeah, your hips will automatically rotate. You don't need to think about doing or not doing them. They are going to happen. What you've got to do is control how much this right hip unwinds and how much slide, you produce. You can swing a golf club and not slide. It's possible. It won't be a very good shot, but it's possible, okay? It's not possible to swing a golf club and not move your arms down, yeah? So don't worry about bringing the arms down. They're going to come down, yeah? The reason they are coming down more from here, Sean, and going this way, look at my right hip, yeah? The club's going out there. It's not you going, yeah? So as long as this turns back and slides, the club is going to come down. There you go, good. And I think what's happened, and may have been guilty of this, okay? You've made some good moves back here, and then gone.
I felt it. I saw the shadow on the screen.
And you've just done this and not moved that at all, yeah? And then what's happened is, instinctively, because your hips have to go one of two ways. They can't stay there. It's really hard to stay there as a golf club. They're either going to do that, or they're going to go like that. So when you put speed into it, and you keep, my arms are coming down, 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 and then you go, whoops, oh, and the club's gone outside. And that's where those left shots are going to come from, okay? Does that hopefully summarise into a smaller nutshell, yeah?
Yes.
I don't want to get on the golf course, oh my God, my brain's exploded, because that can happen. Yes, there's a lot of things that are going to change, but it's basically cause and effect, yeah? You've got to think, one hay fever tablet for me, touch wood, cures my runny nose, my scratchy throat, my sneezing, my itchy, all the symptoms I get, one tablet cures it. So I'm not taking like 7 different things in the morning. I'm not thinking, oh, I've got to do this, take that, because if I add all the things, I forget after, to be fair. One tablet, pop it in the morning, I'm good to go now until September, hopefully. All right? So we can just think about one movement. As I said, your hips can swing a golf club and not shift, yeah? You've got to actively think about them shifting on the way down, yeah? They're going to run wide. Your arms are going to come down. These things are going to happen. Don't think about what's going to happen, yeah? It's almost inevitable they're going to happen. Yeah? Okay? So, summarise in a nutshell, close your hips, slide the hips. They're perfect. And sometimes I would do that without the club. And when you think about the club, your arms are going, what's the club doing? Yeah?
Because,
Just hit the wall behind you and then don't hit the wall on the left side, yeah? And bump, yeah? Perfect. Well done, Sean.